Hello everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat. I am hooking this video on to my Friday Christmas video, Christmas ephemera video, so don't worry, we're still going to do the Christmas ephemera. I just wanted to do a quick flip through of the fabric journal cover journal, just to show you guys one all done. So when you purchase this journal, you will get 3 strips of fabric going the long way, this way, and then you'll get 3 strips of fabric going up this way that are have a little button here, and it's connected, so this top part is connected, but other than that, nothing else is sewn down or connected or anything, so you get to do it in your own fashion. You get to choose where you want pockets, how you want pockets, all that type of thing. You can choose to just stitch those pieces of fabric together and then stitch them, you know, together as a journal, or you can add pockets like I've done, and I'll show you that. So anyway, here is our journal. This is the medium size. So in my shop, you'll find a medium and a large size. This is the medium size. These are not made by me. They're made by my aunt. So she gets the proceeds for these items. So, anyway, just so you know size wise what they are, I will measure this one. So closed up like this, it measures about just almost 7 by right about just about 9, probably laying flat. It's about 8.5 when it's all poofed up with the pages inside. So you can see that you can basically use an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper folded in half. You may trim it just a touch, but not a lot. So anyway, I have cut a slit here and added a pocket, and you can see I did not get that totally straight. This one's just going to be kind of a reference for me. This is the first one that I ever did. I've never done one of these, so new to me as well as to you guys. So anyway, but I added a pocket by cutting one of the layers of fabric, and you can see there's another layer of fabric there that I colored. It was just kind of a cream color, but I colored it with some Tim Holtz oxides and water. And then this is the third piece of fabric, this green here. So those come stacked together, so you can add pockets and do all kinds of things. So in that pocket, I have a fall is in the air little tag here, and this image is from my Fall is in the Air digital download, so that's where you can get these papers if you would like them. And then this opens here, and I put another pocket here and did just kind of fabric clusters that I added on top. So you need to think about when you're stitching this, before you stitch it all closed, where you want to add things. Like, you know, I added these pieces of fabric here, and so I stitched those on before I stitched the whole thing together. And then this is another little tag, and that goes in that pocket. And then this was just from that Authentique paper pad. It's just a little what do you call these, tickets, and I just folded it in half, stapled it, and added some paper in there to write in, and that just tucks in there. And then I've put this card here temporarily. It could have a photograph there, or, you know, any image. I've just stamped back in behind there. And I'm sorry, I just realized I do have ink on my fingers from the Christmas ephemera video that I just did. So I will mention in the Christmas ephemera video that I'm gonna do a flip through of this. You can disregard all that because obviously you've already seen it. All right, so then we go into the first signature of the journal, which I have stitched into the fabric right here. You can see the string there. And so that is my Fall is in the Air digi. I did a little envelope here, and this worked, guys. I finally got that to stick down, but you can see a little bit of the glue there. I tried sticking one of these plastic envelope or pockets here onto decoupage, and it really doesn't work great. So it's better to just put it onto paper, just an FYI. And then I've just added a cute little tag there. And a lot of these images that you're going to see here are from Authentique. Those aren't in my Fall is in the Air digi. Just these papers, the mushrooms, that type of thing. Oh, and I did do a little cluster back here with napkin and different little paper bits and some stamping. And then it can have whatever in the pocket. This particular journal I am keeping because I want it as a sample for showing people if they have questions about these journal covers. So this is My Fall is in the Air. I don't have tons of pockets. This is just some dyed paper that my niece gave me in orange. And then there's book page. And on the other side we have a library pocket and why can I never remember those cards with the hole in them? You guys know what I'm talking about. And an actual library card. I cannot remember. I keep wanting to say Rolodex, and it's not a Rolodex. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, a little booklet there to write in. Some more dyed paper. My Fall is in the Air. A piece of composition notebook. Some coffee dyed paper. This is my industrial add-on digital download. And then Fall is in the Air. And then I did a sticker with you guys. So this is just a sticker that's stuck onto the page. It's not a pocket or anything, but it just has a cluster and threads and all kinds of goodies right there. Hope you can see that. On some coffee dyed paper and composition notebook. Fall is in the Air. Colored paper. And then here's a pocket that we did together. There's a video for that. And all these videos can be found in a playlist under Fall and Halloween. So you can find all the different videos that I have done for Fall and Halloween. This is just a cluster of fabrics and threads and all kinds of stuff that are stitched together and just glued onto there. Some washi mushrooms. And then this flips open like this. This is My Fall is in the Air paper. So you can write here. And then this side also flips open, so you can write here. There's a little tuck pocket there that has a tag. And we did that one together as well. And then, I thought I had another little, oh yeah, this opens like this. I was like, I know it opens again. So you can write. So there's a lot of writing space. And like I said, there is a video for how to make this pocket. So you can check that out. Colored paper, Fall is in the Air. Some avocado dye from Denise at Wondubar Crafts. Fall is in the Air. So there's one signature all sewn in. Then there's this other flap of the fabric that comes over this part if that's how you want it. And I've cut two little pockets and added just fabric tags. These tags are just all covered in fabric. And then I've just backed them with some cardstock that was coffee dyed so that they can be written on. So those just tuck into those pockets. And I go through how I did that. And there's another pocket here so you can see the fabric. There's one layer. This is a layer on top, and this is the third layer. So you can see there's a pocket, and I have a large journaling card in there, so lots of journaling space there. That flips open. Then I have one of my fairies. I did this one a while ago. It's got my art doll faces, just the face there, and then just torn paper. Some butterfly wings. These mushrooms are from Tim Holtz. It's been stamped and sketched on and all kinds of things, but you can write on the back of it. And she just tucks in there. She has to sit a little sideways because her head pops out the top. There's a fabric cluster there on this pocket. And then this signature starts here. So you flip the signature open. So you've got a signature on each side of this central part. And that's My Fall is in the Air. So is that avocado dyed paper from Denise at Wondubar Crafts. Fall is in the Air. Colored paper from my niece. Book page. Colored paper. So you can see there's lots of writing space. I didn't cover every page because I was really focusing on the cover. I wanted you guys to, see how to do that. That's one of the stickers we did together. My industrial digital download, industrial add-on was that one. This one's the Fall is in the Air again. Here's a large pocket with a large journaling card there, and I've just added leaves. These are just silk leaves. These ones didn't have any of the veining in them, so these were great. So if you can find any of those, I don't even know where I got them because I've had them for years. But this image is from the Authentique calendar paper. And then there's a little journaling card there. That little girl is from Tailor Made Journals. And tea dyed paper, coffee dyed. That's from Melody Willoughby at Willoughby House on Etsy. And then this is my Fall is in the Air digital book page, colored paper. I put a little bit of fabric there just as a cluster all stitched together and glued it down because it is kind of covering the flap of this envelope, this large envelope that we have here that also has a journaling card. And I did not get those stitched around, but like I said, this one's mine, so it's really just an example of things to do for this idea book, I guess you could say. And then avocado dye. Here's just a little tuck out of the Authentique paper. This is another little paper I had. There's always something to be grateful for, and that is true. Okay, and then when we flip those both this way, there's a large pocket here, and it has a very large journaling tag that goes in there. So that's one of the flaps of the fabric. And then in the side of this particular piece, I've done another large journaling card. So that tucks inside of here, and this is between, so again, I have this piece that has 3 layers of fabric. I have the back layer, which is that, the top layer is this, and then there's another piece of kind of that sort of canvasy material in there. And in here you can see, if you look in this pocket, I've stamped or stenciled leaves in there just so that if you look in there, it's not just plain colored. Okay, so that goes in there. Then this flips up, and at the back of the journal there's another one of my little art dolls, my art doll faces. And again, I've just torn fabric, put some butterfly wings on her, added a little bit of fabric cluster there on her. This is a fabric pocket over another fabric pocket with a journaling card, and then this lace pocket that has another tag that's all covered in fabric. So just some ideas really is what this one was for, and to show you some different things that you could do with these journals. If you didn't want to cut into the fabric, this layering of pockets is good. You could also use, my aunt sent me some sort of like, I can't remember what it's called. I don't know why, and I keep forgetting to grab it before I do a video. But anyway, it's kind of like a fusible web type stuff, but you can move it around before the final decision of where it goes. But anyways, you could do the pockets that way, and it might be a little bit easier because obviously, like you see, I stitched up here, so that made my pocket, this pocket, skinnier than I would have liked it. I mean, it's fine because I have the art doll here, so you wouldn't be able to see a whole tag there anyway. But you just have to think about your layers when you are making these journals. So definitely, before you stitch everything all closed, make sure that you have what you want, where you want. And like this particular pocket, because of the way, oh, I forgot that I had these 2 little pockets here. So I'll have to make something, because I have these pockets, but as you can see, there is a background. You can't see my hand here. It's because I've sewn another piece of fabric back behind those before I put it on here and stitched it down the middle. So yeah, you just have to think about where you want things before you stitch everything closed. So I would do that last, just so that you know exactly what you want to do. But that is my fabric journal cover all finished up, except for those 2 little tag spots. I forgot those were there. See, just little hiding spots. You can make all kinds of neat things with this. So I hope you guys have an awesome day, and yeah, go check out my Christmas video coming on right now. Love you guys. Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat. So today is our Christmas Friday, and I wanted to make one of these little envelope things that I have made in the past. And I was thinking about my friend Carol Laws. Hi, Carol. And she has my window envelope covers, but she lives in the UK, and so they don't work. She doesn't have number 10 window envelopes. And so I don't know why I never thought of this before, but duh, chalk it up to duh, right? Captain Obvious kind of thing. But we're going to just turn this, which is one of my window envelope covers. This one's from my Winter Wonder digital download, but you get the window envelope cover in the number 10 window envelope cover digital download. I know that's kind of confusing. I came out with the covers after I had done the digis. So there's in that set of window envelope covers, there's all different digitals of mine in there, but you can use them like with any digitals. You don't have to have my digitals to use them. Anyways, some of my newer kits, I put the window envelope covers in, but I also have just the window envelope covers themselves. Sorry, that was very convoluted and kooky. But anyway, so we're going to take one of the window envelope covers and make our own envelope. So we're going to use a piece of acetate. This is just from packaging, and I'll probably cut it in half, or because I only need one thickness. And we'll put that behind there, so that will make our window envelope, right? And then we're gonna turn this into the pocket. So I'm not gonna worry about cutting this one out, because I want it to be, just a pocket basically. And I don't think I'm gonna cut that slant because I want to decorate it. And the size is going to be a little bit different. But the first thing I need to do is tear off this border, because for some reason today I could not get my printer to print it without the border. In the past, what I do quite frequently is use a app called Print to Size. I've had a few questions about that lately. And it allows you to, print without borders if your printer won't do it. Some printers will do it already, but mine got an update and now it won't do that. I don't know why that would be a better thing to have a border, but anyways, so I generally use that Print to Size app and don't have a problem, but for some reason today my printer's been acting up. So, and I have an Epson Eco Tank. I've had that question a lot lately. What kind of printer do I have? That's the kind of printer I have. So see, because I'm going to fold this over, I don't want to cut that out because I'm not going to make it all the way the same size. You could, though, line them up on here so that both windows were together and you could see all the way through. But since I'm turning it into a pocket, I'm just going to do it this way. So we need to tear this off. So yeah, I don't know why this never came to me before, that you can just turn these themselves into basically window envelopes, or the same thing as this, a pocket with the window in it. So yeah, sometimes big brain time, as my son would say. And I have that quite frequently, unfortunately. So I want it to be, I think I'm going to make it about this tall. I'm going to make it a tiny bit taller than that other one. That's, this comes out of my TCTC, which is the Colossal Tome of Concepts, or idea book. It's just a book full of ideas of ephemera, so I can remember what to use, or ideas. My friend Dee Farrago at Dee Farrago on YouTube is the one that kind of coined that whole term, and so it's hers, not mine, the TCTC thing. But all it is just an idea book, essentially. So, okay. So now I know what height I want it to be. And I'm going to put one of my little, like, Santa guys on here. So what I want is to make sure that he's going to fit. So I think I'm going to fold it to about there, which does make kind of a big pocket, but... And then I'll probably just fold this over and just have it kind of as a, the lip for the pocket. That makes sense. And we'll fold a little bit up on the bottom too, because we really don't need it quite this tall. But that can just fold over like that. So all I've done is fold it the size I want it. You don't have to have it any particular size. You could have it skinnier, more like the envelope. This one I did cut down. An actual number 10 window envelope is a little bit wider, which you can see here. And then we'll turn the bottom part into this pocket here. So that is the plan. You could make it thicker by adding some, you know, printing it on cardstock if you wanted it thicker, or adding like coffee dyed paper to it, or, you know, whatever, like, you guys know how to do those things. And then we're just gonna trim it like we do, just to have, and I might go ahead and trim this side off too, because we don't need extra paper, but this way we'll have at least a little gusset to our pocket, which you can't get with an envelope. So that's another benefit of kind of, you know, making your own. So yeah, that was a Captain Obvious moment. I don't know why I never thought to use that way, but at least I did think of it. So now my friends who live overseas and don't have number 10 window envelopes can make their own. And you could put deli paper in the little window, transparency paper, tracing paper, you know, whatever you wanted. That if you wanted a little more opaques, you could use, you know, like vellum, that kind of thing. So there's loads of things you could do with that and have it just the way you want it. And you still get to use the number 10 window envelope covers. So yeah, I thought that would be kind of fun. So now we got to figure out how we're going to attach the other little pocket, and I might make it just the same width. This one you can see sticks out further, but I think I might make it just the same width as this one. Just mixing it up a little bit. Ink in here. And the other thing you don't have to worry about if you do it this way is whether your papers, you know, because I always I don't cut great around there, and so sometimes you can see just a little bit of the envelope underneath, and then you don't have to worry about that if you do it this way. So I hope you guys are having a good day. I didn't even mention that. I just got so excited. I'm so excited that I figured out to, you know, not even use an envelope and just use the envelope cover. Just tickled with myself. Oh my gosh, too funny. But anyway. And then, okay, so we want our little pocket, and I'm going to have it about the same width, like I said. So this will be easy. This will just be kind of a flip up sort of thing. You know what we can do though? We are going to use this to glue into that. I think if it'll work to make our flip. Otherwise, we're just going to have to make a flip, because I just realized that this opening is over here. This opening is on this side. Could flip it around. I guess that wouldn't matter, right? So what we need is our pocket, and I'm just folding it up. Doesn't matter what size it is. Make it whatever size you want. It makes no difference in the scheme of life. And then we're just going to do a little fold over to make our little flap that will tuck into there, glue into there, so that it'll open and close. You could also do like a fabric flip or other things too if you don't want to do it this way. And then I'm just going to tear this the same height here. You could have done that first, and then you wouldn't have to fold all that over. And I'm going to cut out. Actually, you know what I might do? See, I'm just inventing this right here in front of you guys because I just thought of it last night, and I didn't, you know, get a chance to make it. So what I'm going to do actually is leave both of those flaps. I'm going to glue this one for this pocket. I will glue this into here like so, like that. I would ink it, and then we have our little pocket, which is just about perfectly the same width. You could glue it anywhere on there too and have it a different height, and then we'll have to cover this because I was thinking I would glue that down onto a pocket, but that won't, or onto a page, but we're not. So I'm going to go ahead and cover this with something just so you can just write on there. Let's see, what do we want to put on there? Let's put some old composition notebook page. I got this from Rachel at Roxy Creations. So we're just going to tear a piece out. I just love old composition notebooks. It's like one of my favorite things. That and like ledger and you know all that good old stuff. Love it. So I'm just going to take a piece, and I don't even need it, because I want to see some of the stuff on there. So I'm just going to kind of do it skinny, sort of random, just to cover this up, really. This is where if you did want it to go all the way through, the pocket, might be kind of a good idea, not a bad idea, just because then you would just have that opening there and be able to see your tag inside or whatever, but we're just going to do it like this. You could also, just do the front part and hook it onto a piece of, we want to do it the right way, Amy. Just realized that was upside down. Onto a piece of coffee dyed paper, and then you don't have to worry about the back. I kind of want the tears this way though. I want to see a little bit of that music. Maybe we're just going to kind of do it like this, and we'll just trim that right off and not even worry about it over there. Okay, let's do that. I'm going to actually trim it right now, or tear it. I'm sorry. You guys are probably like, oh my gosh, make up your mind. See, this is why I usually try to have the idea before I start, so that you guys aren't ready to pull your hair out when I'm doing that. Maybe this, maybe that, maybe this, maybe that. Sorry. That's how I roll. All over the place, right? But there's a million ways you could do this. You could do it, any kind of envelope. Just take your pick and you could make it. Okay, there we go. And then this, oh yeah, I forgot I did turn it this way, didn't I? You guys, that won't work. Okay, next idea. We're going to just glue this flap to here instead. Right? Yes, you're probably yelling at me like, you are such a dope. Yes, I am. Okay, let's cut this so we can't see it in there. And we'll glue that on. It's going to be a little bit... Oh, no, it's fine. Okay, let's ink this. We'll do some thumb notches, and then I'll get it all glued together. Thumb notches first, because they'll need to get inked. That was rough. I apologize. Okay, you guys are used to me though. That's what my brain does. So you just got a really good view of how all over the place it can be within milliseconds. But I think that's just kind of part of that creative thing. And you could definitely strengthen this, like I said, using fabric to hook this on. But I mean, it's not something you're going to open and close probably every day or anything. So I don't think it's really a huge issue. And I think we will take this little bit that we tore off, and I'm going to go ahead and glue it in here behind this. Just so when there's nothing in the pocket, it still kind of looks like something. And I know you can see this fold right here, but I'm going to just make another fold and like make it look like it's intentional, right? Okay. That way we won't see just blankness when we look in there. Make sure you get all your little corners glued, because when you put it in here, if there's any corners sticking out, you will have a problem with putting your tag in and out. Believe me. So yeah, just cover the inside with whatever you like. And I like it because you can see those folds and it looks good. Okay, now I think we can glue this whole thing together. And we will have our little envelope. So this actually needs to... Oh no, we're gluing that on the back. Okay, yeah, so I am gluing this together. Sorry, had to run through it again in my brain. You know, it's a wonder I can ever figure any of this stuff out, isn't it? With the way it goes all everywhere. And I just realized I never did a flip through of the fall journal. I've had a really awful, crazy week, you guys. It has just been, I don't even know, just everywhere and annoying. And I've just had lots of extra things come up. And so, yeah, I apologize, but I will definitely do a flip through of it. I might grab it right after this and do it so that you can see it. And I'll just hook the video on maybe to the beginning. So you may have already seen the flip through. So sorry about that. Just ignore me. Thinking out loud. Okay, so that's our little flap. But if you can manage, you can glue it on to the front. Or I mean, you know, into the little flap area. But it really isn't going to make a difference. It's the same flap regardless. It just, you could have done it so you wouldn't see it, but it's really not that bad, right? To have it there. And then you would just hook this down, and you could go just around the edges of this and have a tuck behind too if you wanted, or you could glue it all the way down and you'd have, you know, this, and you can write here and all that good stuff. But we're going to add some decorations to it. And I think I want this Santa. I thought I wanted the snow person, but I don't know. What do I want? He's kind of cute. It's kind of a good background for him too. Don't know. I have that one too. I think I'm going to go with the snow person. It just goes with this particular one. If you use one of my Christmas ones, it would go better with, yeah, like the Santa or the Mrs. Claus or whatever. But yeah, I've got window envelope covers for quite a few of my digis. Not all of them, but quite a few of them. And I tried to do some fairly plain ones too, like that you could use, like lace or something that you could use in really any journal and it would look good. So that's also something to think about. Sorry, I just really wanted this cut out a little bit here. I just like to see through those little spots in their arms, but of course do it the way you like it. You don't have to do that. I have a snowflake over here that I could use too, even though my snowman's a little, he's made out of what do you call that stuff? It's like a cotton, can't remember what they call it, those old German ornaments, spun cotton, I think. So he's not really white, he's more of a, and then this face is something entirely different. not even one of those, because I wanted to mix them up a bit. Otherwise, what's the point of having the head and the body separated if you're just going to use the same head that you had? Sorry, these little jaggedy points are bugging me. But yeah, so he's not really white anyway. So we'll have to ink up our little snowflake. Okay, I think I'm going to cut this just a little bit more right here. Just so his shoulders don't look square. Okay, yeah, so I'll just ink that a little. Might even put like a little blue ink on it, would be fun. Let's see. Move my paper here. There's my blue one. Pulled the lid off of that one. There it is. I like this blueprint sketch color. It isn't the exact color that I had on that, but it will work. These are all just little pieces of mylar that get left over from doing stencils. I'm just, you know, putting a little here and there. And this is just a Arteza water pen. Okay. I don't want it like totally covered. I just wanted a little bit of blue so it goes with the rest there. I thought my camera shut off for a second there. I was like, oh, come on, you little stinker. Because it's been doing good. You know what I didn't do? I didn't put the acetate in. Oh my gosh, you guys. Were you yelling at me? Oh my gosh, I'm such a ding-dong. Here I am. Oh, here's put the acetate in. Unless you forget it because you're a dope. Well, we're going to see if I can manage this. Probably not very well, but we're going to try. So definitely do this part before you glue your envelope closed. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be interesting to say the least. Say the least about the most, right? That's really stuck right there. Okay. Now it will work. I got glue on it, so I need to get that out of the way. Doing good today. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just put the glue on the inside here, which, as I mentioned earlier, isn't going to be great for the gluing of for the tag going in and out. So we're just going to do the best we can here. So I'm just going right inside of that lip of the envelope. Luckily, it's easy to clean the glue off of the acetate. Don't want to glue my pocket shut though. Where is my... Sometimes I tell you, me and envelopes, I have a little bit of a struggle with that, which some of you know, who have watched me forever and watched me do this kind of thing a million times. But yes, add your acetate before you glue it shut. That would be the smart and easy way to do it. Okay. Well, that wasn't horrible anyway. And then I'm going to go up here at the top and just add a little bit more. Luckily, it looks like it got pretty well glued as it is, but we're just going to get this corner so that hopefully it won't grab the tag every time the tag goes by, because that's annoying. Okay, that was fairly painless. All right, saved somehow. Just get a little overzealous sometimes, you know. I might even kind of go over the pocket just a little bit like that and put my little snow guy here, snow person. And then what do I want else to add? Maybe this is just some drop paper that has all kinds of stuff on it, but it kind of has a snowy effect here, which I like. Just sort of like adding the same thing that's already there, I know, but it's just a textured layer, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I like that. And then we'll do some stamping. Stamp this a little bit. Yeah, so it's just got some gesso and some blue paint, and it looks like a little bit of glittery watercolor paint probably, which I might add a little bit more, but I'll wait until I get this on there. But yeah, hope you guys give these envelopes a try. It's kind of fun. Just want to crinkle it a little. He's going to actually stand down here a little bit more. I could put a little bit of glittery paint on that snowflake. I'll use the silver. So now this is going to be a little bit wet. Add a little bit more. Really want to get, yeah, kind of a good coat of that, not a super thin coat of the watercolor. What I was going for there. Maybe we'll add just a little bit of this lace too. Sorry, there I go, right on a tangent. want this end to be a little more torn looking. Not quite so perfect, you know. Okay. And we'll get glue on this and this off of here because it's way sticky and I don't want to get glue on my snowman's face. Set that there and hope it gets dry fast. I'm not that worried about. I know this is a little bit wet, but I think it'll be fine. And I know there's the little trick of dipping it on your hand and all that, but I don't love glue on my hands, and I get enough on there anyway. But do it however you like, of course. You do you, boo, as the saying goes. I feel like that needs to go. Do we want to tip him this way so that we can see our snowflake? Okay, and then we need maybe a little word or two. It's pretty cute. Season of joy wouldn't be bad, but it would be kind of fun to have something to do with snow, right? White Christmas. That works. And these words, I'll try to leave the link in the description box below the video because it's another one that it's super easy and I can never remember the name. So yeah, because I'm good like that. But I will put it in the description box so that you guys can find it. I've put it in before, so it's not a new one. Yeah, and if you like these papers, I have a digi called Winter Wonder that has these, you know, like this background paper, like I mentioned, that you can get at my shop. And I have kind of put stuff back in my Etsy shop. I'm not going to lie, I am sort of struggling, not doing as well as I had hoped. So I'm trying to go ahead and put some stuff back in there, and then we'll see how it goes. But I may have to go get a job. Life is so discouraging sometimes. It was going pretty good, but I think just the cost of everything has gone up, and it's just, you know, it's affecting everybody. And yeah, so anyway, enough of that though. I'm not going to get into that whole mess, but you can get stuff in my Etsy shop or my website. Either place. I don't know what I want on there. I just don't know. It'd be good to have kind of another snowman-y type thing, but don't know. I'm just looking through my box Oh Christmas stuff. Kind of like that. If I tore it down just a skosh. Kind of would like to have a little bit of blue in there if possible. This would be good in there. That's in my Woodland Santa digital. That would be good. Fond Christmas Greetings. I think that's a Tailor-Made Journals one. Methinks. I think the log is probably going to be the best one. That I have printed anyway. I could use that blue Santa. That might be kind of good. I don't know that it really goes with our other image. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with the logs. And like I said, I'm pretty sure this is Tailor-Made Journals. Christmas scrap. I like the background of the music back there. Maybe just a little something. A little snowflake, maybe. I know that doesn't totally go with the green and the red, but we're just having a little splash of green and red with this, going mostly with the blue. I think it's fine. Yep. Kind of incredible how long it takes me to make one thing. I mean, there's multiple parts, yes. And then I did mess up and have to fix things, but yeah. At least they got fixed, right? Yep, I like it. Stick down, would ya? Okay. So I think that is good. So I hope you guys like that, and I hope that that made those window envelopes a little more useful to more people, because I understand, you know, not everybody has the number 10 window envelope, and I get it. We just didn't know how else to do it to make it sort of a standard thing. We figured that was probably the easiest way to make it a standard thing. So, but yeah, I think it will work great. I just need to make a little card to go in there, and then it's all set. So I hope you guys like that idea. I hope you have a wonderful Friday and a wonderful weekend. And oh, Oh, I'll do the another video for the flip through, and I'll put it on the front of this video, so disregard, sorry. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for all your kindness and support, and we will chat again on Monday. Bye.